how do I make my digitalization with Medibang Pro? So this is Medibang Pro. Let's see. First, I kind of put in my draft from any kind of folder, which I already did here. Then I go to bearbeiten, which is, this means not bearbeiten. Well, this means like auswählen, means to choose. Taken, so I go to this. These are the menu. This is the menu bar. So this is the menu bar. Here, there's the data where you can save in different functions. For example, if you make a new data, then you have these tools. For the design, I use like the paper A3 here. I'm sorry for my bad English though, but it's for English people, English-speaking people. I'm doing this video, so please bear with me. Whatever, yeah, whatever. Okay, A3. I will put A3. Auflösung is 600 dpi. And, well, else I don't change. I kind of sometimes change this. It kind of reverses the paper or turns it sideways. And then I would click on OK, and then we have the first layers, or the first draft, the first data project to work on. So I already did that. Let's see, here we have the little balance from Alex as an example for my workflow. So I put it in by drag and drop from my folder. And then I would kind of, like here on this paper. Then these are, by the way, the layers. You can see you can make different layers, different folders where you can kind of structure it. And the thing is, I do the line art, the coloring, and the gray shading separately. So I open up a different Medibang project for each of them, and I kind of take the line art into that other project, and so on. So I kind of make it that it doesn't go, that it can't be destroyed. For example, I made already line art in a folder, but I'm showing how I did the beginning of the line art. So I have a paper down there, which is green, because I like to draw on green screen, and sometimes I need to switch it around because I can see then the lines better of the draft. I would call this one draft or something, just mark it so you know. This is sketch draft. So let's look. Okay, so I call this paper draft. You just double click on it and then you can change the name. Let's see, here we need to go on choose. This is the menu bar. Here you can save in different ways. You can save as, or just save. You can like change it, copy, put in, make it back, or you kind of can turn it like horizontally, but this I rather do with the navigator down there. This is the navigator, and here you can turn things horizontally too. It's quite good to turn your painting horizontally, because you can then change things, or like your eyes would kind of get used to drawing, so if you sometimes you can't see a mistake. So to change it, if you change a painting, then you can notice a mistake. Well, let's go to up there. This is the, like Ebene means like different layers. So add, or to add different kind of layers, I don't use that much, so let's go to the next one. Here are filters, I love this. Like you can use Gaussish blur, which is very good for line art. After making the line art, you can blur it on one. Here on 1 or 2, and then the line art will look even better. So the next one, so these are various filters you can use, like blur and so on. This is to choose, like the chosen things you can kind of manipulate, where you can change them. Okay, umwandeln means to change things. So I click on umwandeln, this is my draft. From Vivo at Viva, thank you for the nice draw. These designs are awesome to digitalize. I'm just digitalizing them, I'm not drawing them. Then you kind of make it bigger because you want it in A3 shape. If it goes on a t-shirt, then you want a big one, so when you make it smaller, then it is better. The nice thing is it kind of automatically makes the lines very sharp when you make it bigger, this program. So let's wait, my computer is quite slow. The slow computer. Wait. Why is it so slow right now? Maybe because I'm recording. Okay, wait. Oh, no. Here we have it. Then we can change like how we want to draw on the paper. Like this is to protect the alpha, then we only draw on the already colored lines or colored areas. Ausschnitt, I don't really know what that do, but I like to use Sperre too. Like I use that for the other ones because I don't want to draw over it, so yeah, you kind of lock them. That's like a lock. This is like the different kind of layers you can choose and change. So here I use multiplication. So the lines are gone. But I want it to be in the background like transparent, so I need to make the lines again. Maybe there are better ways to do this, but I'm just doing it right now how I feel it's the best. So here's the draw. And then, like this one I already did. And then you add another layer. I can show it on this folder. I already changed it to a folder. Here's my Lineart folder I made. Like here, a new folder. So I made a page for the back, the middle, and the front. And everything what is seemingly in the front, I would line art for the front. And the rest in the middle, for the middle and the back. And when I'm finished, I will just put it into a folder, copy and paste that folder, and then I get this line art, which looks now a little different. Wait, I will close the draw. So I get then this line art. Here you can't see it, but this line art is transparent. Kind of copied it. Yeah, it seems really like the same. But seriously, I kind of had to copy the line art. So how did I copy the line art, you could ask? I will just close that one, open the draw. Oh yeah, that's other line art. So it just is looking like this because I already did another draft opening, which was this one. This was the other draft. So the line art is matching on that one. But I need to do refinement, so I copied it so I can do the details of the other line art. Okay, how to keep on. After having your draft and putting it on multiplication, you open this one too. And then you make these different layers. Back, middle and front. And then you draw it. But how can you do it? Well, one way, here are the pens. You use the Sumi pen. Here you can choose the different sizes and just do it by hand. There you can, here I need to make it a little brighter so I can work with it. Then you take the layer over it, for example front. And we'll just do a short example on this. You name it front. And then there are two ways how you can proceed, or even more than two ways. Here, this is a palette. You can choose the palette by the tools up there. So you can choose the palette by the tools up there. Here are the tools. And there are different options to open up. Add the text and so on. The palette should be around here. Palette Madeira. Or Fenster here. These are tools. And these are windows. Yes, these are windows. And here you can choose the different windows. You can also change their location, like I did by drag and dropping them. I like this, how it is. So there are different ways how you can do the line art. One is like you take this. Lately I really like to do that though. So not this, but this tool. No, not this tool. This tool. So the shape brush tool. Then I take this shape brush tool, and here you can change the different shapes. I would use the curve one, and then choose the size that I'm most comfortable with, like 10 or 12. And then I would kind of, here I have my palette, can add for the palette the colors like this. Then the chosen color will be added into the palette. Palettes are quite useful. Here you kind of then just go around those lines with this. This is one way how you can copy line art from existing line art. Then you would kind of, I'm making it more like that I go around the lines like the outside, for example like this, the whole outside. So to make it like, you actually want it to look like it's handmade. I'll keep on, I'm just closing it like this for an example. Because when you go around that, you can do one thing, you can use this tool, which is the filling tool. You can, with this up there, you can kind of make it bigger. So this and the range, you can make it bigger to 3 pixels or 2 pixels, so that it will be all filled. When your draft is done, I kind of like to just close everything else, and then I fill it. The front, like this. Then you have a nice kind of line. Okay, another way to do the art is by hand or by using the tool. Like, you use this Sumi pen, then you can just either draw with it. By the way, here you can choose to, I don't like to use the eraser tool, I rather choose the transparent tool down here, so you can delete with the transparent tool everything. Oh, and then you can change quickly back. So you can also do it by hand with your tablet or whatever, and just draw the outlines like this by hand, but I think the computer does it better. You can either fill it in like with your hands, or you just do it like, you just use that tool. Wait, of course you need to turn off the draft, else it won't work. Okay. Then you fill it like this, and then you can kind of fill it up more. I like to use this shape tool rather, like shape brush tool, because you can make so many shapes of it, and it's like sewing. Like when you are on a curve, you do more points. I like that shape tool. Okay, that's how I do my lines, and I can always correct them. I can switch between the shape brush and the pencil tool. I like Sumi. Okay. Here you can use the filling tool. What I also like to use is this tool, this fill tool, because when you have areas that are hard to fill, then you can use this tool. There are different kind of filling methods, like you can use this filling method, but I like the polygon one. If you have hard areas to fill, then you can just polygon fill them. What I really like about this tool. And that's how you can do the line art. And the filling tool also is nice when you have like these kind of black eyes. You can make the eye like this, and then use the choosing tool. These are different choosing tools. Like this is the magic wand. You can also do the same like with the filling tool like this. You can kind of extend the pixel rate of it. And here you can by hand choose something. And here it is by quarter. So you choose. Then you go to Auswählen, which means to choose, or you just press S. And then you change it, or you press STRG and T. And then you can kind of change its shape a little around here. And you can also copy and paste it, and you have another layer of this, and you can then change it again. So that's all. And now I will delete this explanation and the draft, because I already finished making it. And this is my draft, like my first line art. Not first, but my line art, like the first step. And here's the line art in the different front middle sections. Like when you put it into a folder, you can use copy paste, STRG copy, STRG paste, and then you get the lines together like this. And now I like to do with this, not with the other one. I like to do with this, the final refinement. delete this. So the final refinement. With the final refinement, I mean, I first take off this one. You need to always choose your layers to work with them. With final refinement, I mean like filling these corners, like these kind of corners, with lines. Here. And look for any kind of mistakes to kind of make it, kind of refine them. Like places like this, you want a little prettier. You can make it prettier by filling them. Don't actually want so many hard lines in here. So you fill everything like these kind of corners, you fill with a small shade. Yes. And when you're finished with the refinement, for example, this you want also to be filled. And here too. It seems like it won't look good, but believe me, it looks astonishing afterwards. This one. And don't worry about any whites in the middle, there is a technique how to kind of get rid of those, but I will show it in the gray shade part. So I will do the rest of the refinement, but that's how you can do a line art. Chip chip, till the next time.